Welcome back to ChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Cher Sparkler. 7 reasons why OnlyFans models' incomes are dropping. I think it's pretty obvious, a few of them. Please like subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Ever pondered why the income of OnlyFans models is dwindling? In today's deep dive, we're exploring 7 compelling reasons that are shaking up the OnlyFans economy.
Let's see if I can figure it out beforehand. The economy. 1, everybody has less money. 2, drizzle, men are like learning about their value a little bit more, so they're not spending as much money on women. And 3, I'm hoping that is because there's less simps also. That's all I got so far. Let's check it out.
From the effects of high inflation and interest rates to the awakening of subscribers realizing they're not getting the value they thought, to the boom and bust cycles of internet trends. We'll also discuss the role of supply and demand and the intriguing trend of passport bros.
Damn right.
So buckle up and stay tuned as we delve into these 7 reasons. Firstly, let's consider the economic factors at play. Picture this. You're juggling high inflation with rising interest rates. Your disposable income is shrinking, and you're forced to prioritize your spending. Now ask yourself, would you choose to pay your rent or maintain an OnlyFans subscription? Most rational folks, when faced with the choice between keeping a roof over their heads or subscribing to an OnlyFans model, would naturally opt for the former.
I would assume so, yes, too. But there's some idiots out there. And they also, this is just how people rationalize themselves when they buy things or do. It's only $5 a month. My rent is way more than that. I can afford the $5 or whatever subscription model it is of 5 to 10 or whatever it is. It's a very small amount when you think about it. And so people rationalize it that way, that it's so small, it doesn't affect my overall pool of money. Women think this way all the time.
It's just not sensible to risk losing your home for the sake of an OnlyFans subscription.
Yeah.
Now, let's delve deeper into the economic implications of this scenario. High inflation and interest rates mean that money is tight. People have less to spend on non-essentials. And let's face it, an OnlyFans subscription is a luxury, not a necessity.
Correct.
It's something people might indulge in when times are good, but when the economy is under strain, it's one of the first things to go.
It's hard to say because even in the economies when, we had the recessions and all that, luxury items actually went up in sales a lot. Luxury goods went up a lot because people wanted to feel better about their situation. Even though their financial situation sucked, they wanted to feel good about themselves or whatever it is. So this one's a tough one. Could be 50-50, but I do see people cutting out $5 of OnlyFans for, food.
Moreover, as the cost of living continues to rise, fewer and fewer people have the disposable income to splurge on digital entertainment.
True.
This is particularly true for platforms like OnlyFans, where the value proposition is increasingly being called into question. So it's not surprising that fewer people are willing to spend on OnlyFans. The harsh economic climate simply doesn't allow for such extravagances.
Yeah.
Secondly, men are realizing they're getting a raw deal. They're waking up to the reality that their OnlyFans subscriptions may not be providing the genuine experience they once thought. Imagine this. You're in a digital strip club. The glitz, the glamour, the promise of personal interaction, but here's the catch. You're likely not chatting with the starlet herself, but rather a staff member behind the scenes.
Okay, so in OC, maybe I shouldn't say this, but there's cafes in OC where it's pretty much strip clubs. You get to see women naked at these cafes. There's no alcohol involved, which makes sense. But yeah, you can go there and get like a lap dance or a coffee or whatever for like $5-7 or so to maybe $10, and you get to conversate with these women and stuff like that. So I don't even understand the whole OnlyFans things for people in California, because you can just go to those cafes and enjoy real intimacy with real women for about the same price, from what I can tell. I've gone to them. My friend invited me to one recently because I've never been to them. He was like, I go to them all the time. I'm like, all right, let me check it out. And it's quite interesting, the transactions between the women and the men. I think it's actually pretty okay overall. Everybody gets value out of it, just personally, because I don't truly hate OnlyFans. I hate that it's glorified, and that is the first thing that women seem to gravitate towards when they're out of luck, kind of thing.
The illusion of intimacy is shattered. You're not getting that 3-minute lap dance, no matter how much you're willing to pay. Instead, you're left peering through a digital window with no real connection, no tangible exchange. You're pouring money into a fantasy, a pixelated promise that doesn't quite deliver.
True.
It's like buying a ticket to a concert only to find out the band isn't really playing live. In essence, it's a pricey service with little return. Thirdly, respect and realization are key. Men, often unfairly branded as slow or even unintelligent, are far from foolish. The truth is, it may take time for some to discern the reality of situations, but once they do, they act accordingly.
I always say it. Men have to hit rock bottom when it comes to women to fully absorb red pill, manosphere, and, women's fuckery. This is what I always call my channel. When people ask me, what's your channel about? Women fuckery. That's what my channel's about.
This is happening now with the OnlyFans platform. Many men are growing weary of shelling out considerable amounts of money, only to be met with disrespect. They are recognizing the lack of value in these transactions and are choosing to spend their money elsewhere. This trend is not about being cheap or miserly. It's about respect and value. Men are realizing that they deserve respect for their hard-earned money and that they can find better value in other forms.
It's okay to be a miser, guys. It's okay. Save your money. I'm a miser. I call myself that all the time. Why? Because I don't like spending money. It sucks. Every time I have to separate my money, I'm just looking at it like, but when it comes to eating, I'm okay. I do have like eating fund, so it's okay for me to eat. But anything outside of the eating fund to spend money is just like, you gotta pry it out of my hands.
Forms of entertainment or interaction, so it's not surprising to see the shift. Men are not as gullible as some might think. Fourthly, we cannot ignore the boom and bust cycle. The economic wizard, Ray Dalio, famously said, "Everything happens in cycles." This principle applies to everything from the stock market to pop culture trends and yes, even to OnlyFans. The platform has seen a meteoric rise with creators and subscribers flocking to it in droves. It was a boom cycle, a period of rapid growth and prosperity. But as with all good things, this too had to come to an end. OnlyFans is now in the throes of a bust cycle. Subscriptions are declining, revenues are falling, and disillusionment is setting in. The platform, once a goldmine, is now more of a ghost town.
Godfather KS always said it. Subway's hiring.
But remember, this is a cycle. It's not the end of the world, just the end of a trend. Just like any trend, OnlyFans too had its peak, and now it's on the decline.
True.
Fifthly, the simps might just be broke. Now, this is purely speculation, but it's possible that some of these die-hard fans have exhausted their bank accounts, pouring their hard-earned money into OnlyFans subscriptions.
I can see that, especially when people are giving like 30,000 gifts and shit like that to these women. Sooner or later, you're going to run out of money. Unless you are a multi-millionaire bringing in multi-millions every year. You don't have that kind of money to be able to just throw at women like that.
Let's face it, no one has an infinite supply of money, and there's a limit to how much one can borrow. Think about it. How many stories have we heard of addictions leaving people with empty bank accounts, leading to lost homes and devastated livelihoods?
Ooh, I told you guys this, right? The Donut King used to make $100,000 a month from all of his donut shops. He owned about like, I think 80 to 90-ish. He's a family, like my family members talk about him all the time, and he started our family also. Because of gambling addiction, he lost it all. This was in the 80s and 90s when he lost everything, and he was making 100 grand at that time. 100 grand in the 80s and 90s a month? That's like millions a month now compared to then. So he was living large, but didn't even pay off his house and lost everything, lost his family to gambling addiction. Yes, addictions are real. This is the same.
Well, the same could be happening here. The addiction to online personas and the illusion of intimacy could be draining these simps of their financial resources.
Oh, okay. I want to also say something about this. Thank you guys for your support. I just got like 11 to 12 new like members in my channel. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. But I'm also going to give one caveat. Please don't donate or join things if you can't afford it. I appreciate the patronage and I appreciate you guys spending money on me and things like that. But if you guys are struggling in other aspects, especially finance, please don't do it. I'd rather you guys keep the $5 in your pocket and go buy something to eat or whatever it is than to give me the $3 that I actually get from it. Remember, YouTube takes some of the money away. So it's okay, guys. You don't have to support if you don't want to. I I am very over the moon, you say. After I came back from vacation, there were so many new subscribers that are on my channel. And I try my best to actually make subscriber or members only content for you guys. I try to release one video a week for you guys that are members only.
And let's not forget, the more you spend, the more you'll need to earn to keep up with your spending habits. But with inflation and interest rates on the rise, that could be a struggle. Overspending on OnlyFans could lead to financial ruin. After all, there's only so much one can spend. Sixthly, it's all about supply and demand. Picture this, a bustling marketplace where everyone is selling the same product. As more and more vendors set up shop, the quantity of the product increases. This is the current scenario with OnlyFans.
Yep.
More and more creators are popping up, oversaturating the platform with content, but here's the catch. The number of new subscribers isn't keeping pace. Now imagine you're a customer at this crowded market. Suddenly, you discover that the exact product you've been paying for is available for free elsewhere. This is
Or not just that. What if you're paying for a woman that now is 30 and then a new 18-year-old came up that's just hotter, tighter, bubblier, nicer in every aspect? You might just want to convert your price or your subscription from that person to another person. It makes sense that way. I mean, as a subscription product, at least in my opinion. So, and again, there's always new 18-year-olds popping up on OnlyFans. So,
predicament many OnlyFans subscribers find themselves in, with rampant content leaks plaguing the platform. Why shell out your hard-earned cash for something you can get at no cost?
it's called Reddit, guys. Get to it. Like, if you guys want this content for free, just go to Reddit. It's all up on there.
It's not a substitute good we're talking about, but the identical product. This brings us to a fundamental principle of economics. When supply exceeds demand, prices inevitably fall.
True.
In the context of OnlyFans, the price here is the income of creators. As the platform becomes more saturated and content leaks continue, the income of OnlyFans models is dropping, so the way the cookie crumbles is pretty clear. The oversupply of content, coupled with a lack of fresh subscribers, and the issue of content leaks has led to a dip in the income of creators. It's simple economics, folks.
That's probably one of the biggest ones right there, in my opinion, is the content leak and just, the overabundance of creators compared to subscribers. Yes, that would be definitely lowering the income of these women.
When supply exceeds demand, prices inevitably fall. Lastly, let's talk about the passport bro trend. It's a fascinating phenomenon, where men are realizing they can extract more value by traveling and meeting people in real life, instead of spending on digital interactions. It's about men deciding to take control of their own destinies, to seek out genuine connections rather than hiding behind a screen. Think about it. When you're a passport bro, you're not just paying for a fleeting moment of attention from a virtual persona. Instead, you're investing in experiences, in cultures, in personal growth, and, most importantly, in real relationships. You're opening yourself up to a world of possibilities, something that no subscription to an OnlyFans account can provide.
True.
Sure, traveling might seem more expensive at first glance, but when you factor in the emotional and psychological benefits, it becomes clear which option provides more bang for your buck. And let's not forget the excitement of exploring new places.
That's where I was gonna go at. Yeah, just seeing these places, guys. I'm not a big sightseer. I really don't give a fuck about sunsets, sunrises, magnificent things. I'm just not, it doesn't move me like that. Like, art doesn't move me like that. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Even music doesn't move me as much as it used to. I guess I'm just a little more cold and calculating nowadays. But yes, the experiences that you see out there, the things you would never experience here. Just even the interactions. I love the interactions between people from other countries. I love when I was on vacation, I spoke to a lot of people at the resorts. People that were from Mexico and they visited Cancun to relax, and people from Britain, people from Australia. You meet people from all over the place in even a country that you're not expecting to meet a lot of foreigners in a sense, I guess, which is how you would say. But it's so enjoyable to interact with these people. I really think people, I don't even think, I know people have to experience this because even if it's an Hispanic person that was born and raised in the US is so different from an Hispanic person born and raised in any other Hispanic country. Mexico, Chile, Argentina. I met a few Argentinians in Cancun, and I could tell they were Argentinians right away because they have a very like look. And I was like, "Are you Argentinian?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Congratulations on the World Cup."
The thrill of immersing oneself in a different culture, and the joy of making genuine connections. The passport bro trend is about more than just travel. It's about breaking free from the shackles of a digital world. It's about reclaiming the human experience in its raw and unfiltered form. It's about men realizing that they deserve more than just a digital facade. So why spend on OnlyFans when you can get more for your money elsewhere? So there you have it, the 7 reasons why the income of OnlyFans models is dropping. Firstly, people are prioritizing their basic needs over entertainment due to economic constraints. Secondly, men are realizing that OnlyFans might not be the fair deal they thought it was. Respect and realization also play a part.
Damn right.
Men are seeking respect and are tired of being seen in a negative
Drizzle,
light.
bitches.
The boom and bust cycle of the economy also affects OnlyFans, and it seems we're now in a bust phase. Simps might also be running out of money due to their OnlyFans addiction. Supply and demand is another factor as the growing number of OnlyFans creators outpaces the number of new subscribers. Finally, men are finding more value in becoming passport bros.
Shout out to Share Sparkler. Like, if you guys can do me a favor and help this man get to at least 1,000 subs, I would really appreciate that. This man puts in hard work. He makes videos almost every day, and he's not growing as fast as I was really hoping he would. I've been trying to share his content. I've been sharing his content for almost a year now. Get the man to 1,000 subs so he can start making money off his videos, guys. Please help him out. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, guys, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.